When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
So we're going to attempt a in-vehicle video going on here. Let's see how.
We're going to drive up to Leavenworth KOA.
Thousand Trails.
Thousand Trails KOA. Jeez, no.
Could be a KOA too. I don't know.
KOA's down to the side.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you notice something new about Shelly?
8 months, people.
Yeah.
8 months since I had my hair done. Yeah. Oh man.
I'm afraid to get the bill, but
yeah, it wasn't cheap, but I divided it among 8 months, so then it wasn't quite so bad, I figure.
that sounds really expensive.
Yeah, it was more than I thought, but it was for all you girls out there, it was a full foil plus a cut. So anyway,
that just tells me, you use some heavy duty foil and black your hair, that should be like $12.
It wasn't just a partial, it was the whole thing, because I wear my hair up so much. But anyway, I was pretty excited. 8 months. I hadn't even had a trim. I trimmed my bangs and the front hair just a little bit through all that time, but Tasha, my gal, she was impressed. She said, it doesn't look that bad actually for 8 months. So, I don't use, when you full-time RV, you don't use a lot of hair product, and you don't use a lot of implements, I guess, curling iron and blow dryer very much. So it's not too hard on your hair. So.
And you use a lot of Monate stuff.
And I use Monate, yes, which I love. M-O-N-A-T. If anybody's interested, give me an email and I'll hook you up with a gal that's wonderful. But anyway, nonetheless.
Anyway, enough of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we're driving up Highway 2. It's called Cascade Loop. It's part of the Cascade Loop that actually you can do a scenic drive on. That goes through Leavenworth and Wenatchee. And then it circles around, loops back up north. It comes around like Mount Baker and all that stuff to the North Cascades. It's a very scenic, beautiful drive. Of course, you probably need to do it in a couple of days, at most, or at least, I should say. We've done it different sections, different times, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we just thought we would. So driving up here, we got the. We'll probably put together a video of our Wenatchee area, our home base area, of all of our places, and just give everybody a scenic tour. We're going to do all the dams, visit all that, drive around there. We're going to go to some different places that you can go and see. So hopefully we put that out here, over the summer. But anyway, we want to just finish up the Arizona area, which was actually back at the end of January.
Yeah, the first part of January.
Well, the end would be the end of January when we left Arizona.
Yes.
So heading towards Texas. But the last couple weeks of that January, we stayed in Yuma. And there, of course, there's videos that Shelly will probably put up somewhere there, here, everywhere. Links to that. We're going to Mexico.
Yep.
Also to the state prison.
Yuma State Territorial Prison.
There we go.
Yeah, we did a video on that, and if you haven't seen it, I'll put it up. I'll link to it up top.
I don't think we have a video on it, but it was probably the best street taco stand I've ever been to. There, it's outside Yuma.
While in Yuma, we stayed at an Encore Park, Desert Paradise, and as you can see by the pictures, we just did some everyday living. We did haircuts and laundry and we just really enjoyed it there and had a good time.
And then from Yuma, we went up to Quartzsite. Spent a few days up there. We actually camped about 20 miles outside of Quartzsite because we needed full hookups at that time.
Yeah.
We weren't set up to do any boondocking.
Pre-solar.
Yeah, pre-solar days. And even pre-battery. We just had a couple of car batteries in it, that's all. But we visited my parents. We were selling stuff out there in Quartzsite. Visited them a couple times. And then we also went out to a get-together, potluck dinner evening with several YouTube channels. And ended up, there was like 70 or 80 people.
Yeah, it was awesome.
A bunch of other YouTube channels showing up and visited, had a great time. And that was a Jones Into Travels, Sweet Travels.
Papa Drew
was there.
Kent and Lisa, Living Light.
Lisa from the Living Light, yeah.
And Diary of a Family. So many people were out there. Yeah.
Pisces.
Traveling Pisces.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like rattling off all these different people we met.
Yeah.
MJ.
Oh, Mike and MJ. Yes.
But anyway, there's a bunch of people. So looking forward to seeing everybody back this next year at Quartzsite.
In January, at the Q, all the cool kids.
Yep. Well, and even us.
And even us. Q 2021.
Anyway, and from there, we went on to, is it Benton?
Anyway, can't remember.
On the Highway 10 on the way out, we're right before we get to New Mexico. Down there, we stayed there for a couple of nights at a Encore Park, and then from there we wanted to go to. We're going to check out Tombstone, but also of course that we met TJ and Bree
from Embracing Detours. Yeah,
and they said that boy, Tombstone just gotten so touristy that they just were really disappointed, but they enjoyed Bisbee. So we thought, okay, well, let's go to Bisbee. It was a little further drive down there, so we thought, let's go do that first. And we actually visited on a Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, middle of the week, and so there was unfortunately a lot of the shops weren't open.
Right. And it was in January.
So it wasn't a lot of people, but the places that were open were like the breweries or the really high-end artsy stores, and we're not really into that, but we enjoyed walking around, checking out the town. We wish we would have known more about the town before we went, because then we could have checked out all that stuff, and Shelley will tell you about that.
Yeah. Yes. I'll give you a little bit of history on Bisbee. It was back in the day, which was in the early 1900s. It was called Queen of the Copper Camp. And it was discovered actually in 1877. There were military and some civilians. They were out looking for renegade Apaches, and they discovered the presence of lead, copper, and silver. Jack Dunn, D-U-N-N, was one of the main guys that discovered this, and soon after that the mining began. That was 1877. In 1902 the city was incorporated, and by 1910 it was the largest city in the territory, which the territory ran from St. Louis to San Francisco, with over 25,000 people, 25,000 population, and it was once considered one of the most cultured cities in the West. So Brewery Gulch is where most of the miners live, the miners camp, and there were some eateries there and breweries, and it had saloons and brothels, and it boasted nearly 50 saloons in that area, and it was considered one of the liveliest spots in the West. Along with all of the mining and all of the corruption and all of that went on, there was some unfortunate deportation and illegal kidnapping of miners that were wanting better working conditions, and the people that owned the mines were not they were not very nice people usually, and very greedy, and so there were some bad things that happened, during that time, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, it's basically union and that type of
Yes,
stuff.
they were trying to establish a union.
They just flat out would, like the example up there in the town by
Valley Verde.
Valley Verde, the ghost town.
I can't remember the name of it.
Anyway, the huge mine that's up there, they just shut down.
Yeah.
It starved the people out.
Yeah.
Until the people were ready to come back to work. Because they just were not going to put up with it. But they had a business to run, and that's just how it was back then in the day. But things have gotten better. But you just have to kind of live with it.
Yeah. Back in 1929, the county seat was moved from Tombstone to Bisbee, and currently, I don't know, I believe that's where it still is, in Bisbee, which is interesting because it's not very populated now. I'm not even sure what the population is now. But in 1975, the mines were closed. So it was about a 100-year span that they did mining in that area. And in that time, they pulled 8 billion pounds of copper, thus the name Queen of the Copper Camp. 102 million ounces of silver and 2.8 billion ounces of gold. Plus they found zinc, lead, and other minerals there. And the Bisbee town area is still home to Warren Ballpark, which is the nation's oldest ball field. The nation's, which is cool in this tiny little community. Turquoise Valley, Arizona's first golf course, and Arizona's first community library is called the Copper Queen, and that's there also. And all of these places are still in operation, and they're still open to the public. So anyway, it was kind of fun. You'll see our pictures. Now it's really considered an artist community. A lot of the real estate where it was bought up, in the history that I was reading on it, it was bought up by hippies and freelance artists, and so there's a lot of murals, a lot of art there. Tell them our funny when we were walking around.
Oh, well, we were walking up, through the streets, and on the side part of the town there, and we decided we didn't want to go into the brewery, so we just, went up.
Well, we had our
kept
dog.
Walking. Yeah, we had our dog with us, and anyway, Shelly starts to go up. These guys kind of moved up the stairway, kind of a dark stairway up between these buildings, and everything's on the hill there. I mean, it's like this, or
Yeah, but
anyway,
there were some cool murals, and I wanted to look at it closer.
Well, not up the stairway. Anyway, she starts to follow them up there, and I kind of look up there, and they're kind of in a cove area, the stairwell, and I said, Shelly, get out, they've gone up there to do a drug deal.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
she's
right
oblivious to it. She's like, what? And I'm just getting her, anyway.
So there, and unfortunately, there are a lot of homeless people there. And maybe that goes along with an artist community.
We didn't have any issues with any of them.
No.
But
we did see a lot.
So many more.
Yeah.
Maybe because there wasn't as many regular tourist, people there. More of the homeless and those type. And there were some of them that were doing drugs and all that type of stuff. So that stood out. And it kind of, wasn't as appealing. Yeah. To be walking around.
That's true.
As a tourist, and comfortable.
But it did have the main street down below. We walked down it, and there were some neat shops. A lot of them, like Greg said, were closed. So we will go back. We want to go back sometime on a weekend and really check it out. And we ate lunch. We ate lunch in a Mexican restaurant that was really pretty good. We sat out on their terrace, and anyway, it was a fun day. So after that, we did, on the way home, it was starting to get dark.
We just kind of drove through Tombstone to kind of see.
We did a driving tour of Tombstone.
We just went up and down a couple of streets. That's all we did, real quick.
Yeah, there weren't very many people there. Yeah.
It is. I went through as a kid, probably in '76 when our family took a tour through the whole United States. From Southern California, we did a loop, and I remember going through there as a kid, and it was a lot more rustic than it was when we went through it, you know. So, but we'll probably still go back just to say we did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video.
Yep. And we'll come back after the video.
Yeah.
Made it through the tunnel.
Man,
Had to work that one.
that's a bumpy road. Here we are. Guess they should have started at the sign. Need to be more dramatic.
More dramatic, like jump up and down.
Yeah. Anyway, we parked way down at the end, so we're going to go up this way, up around the hill there, and there's some green tower thing sticking up there. So we'll just check it all out.
Oh, is it? Outside patio here. Cool. Yeah.
Let me go tell him we're here.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry, I was trying to drive and think at the same time. Trying to pay attention here. We're trying to
Find the 1,000 trails up
Well,
here.
we're trying to make sure there's no issues with our huge trailer.
Yeah, we wanted to do a drive up here to see if we can fit.
Driven up here many times and not with the intention of pulling our 42-foot fifth wheel.
Yeah.
The one way that you can get this closer, there's no way we'd get our trailer down. There's some switchbacks on the road going up it's called the
Jump stick.
There's some 90-degree. Actually, it's almost 180.
Yeah.
And then coming down through the hills there, and I think there's some low over pass and some really tight corners coming up on that side. So, we're seeing this side looks much better. The road's still pretty tight, but hopefully people move over when they see us coming. But with that, we excited about things for summertime, but also just my health is getting a little bit better with all the medication. It should, with the amount of medication I'm on.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when I meet with the cardiologist here later this month, they'll have some good news, and I can get some procedures done and get my arrhythmia fixed and get further on the road to getting all healthy.
Yeah.
But with that,
well, we want to thank our YouTube family and community, and we are so sorry that we've been very sparse lately. It's just kind of getting back on top of things, and and we're here with family, and so we spend time with our family. And anyway, no excuses, but we want to let you know that we appreciate you, and if you ring the bell, it will notify you of every video that we post.
you got to subscribe too.
Yes. And
Like, thumbs up, all that stuff.
if you would subscribe, we would appreciate it. We are trying to grow our YouTube community, and if you have any comments or any questions, put them down below. Tell us if you've been to Bisbee and to Tombstone and what you thought, and maybe some tips for us when we go next time. And anyway, we just hope that you're all happy, healthy, having a great summer so far, and thank you much. Any more?
Nope, I'm trying to watch where I'm driving.
Okay, so with all of that, don't forget, every day's a gift.
So don't count your days, but make the days count.
So we'll see you soon.
See you
See you
soon.
soon.
We wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.